The Alpha Sessions live on Radio Broccoli.
Hello and welcome to Alpha Sessions' 15th anniversary. It's our birthday today, which is really exciting, and we have a whole day full of amazing artists. And we're going to start with a chat with the lovely Charlotte.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Now, when I was just having a look online and making sure that I was ready for our chat today, it suddenly clocked on me that we had you in here about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is bonkers at how fast time is flying, but also how much has happened as well.
Yeah.
We've also seen you around loads in between that point, and I think the place that we've seen you the most is probably outside the London Eye.
Yes, that is. I do frequent there.
I actually can't walk past the London Eye now without, if you're not there, I feel like something's wrong.
That's my aim. I want people to see the London Eye and think of me. I want anything a circle that's like Charlotte Campbell. That's my brand.
Yeah, no, 100%. Almost like it's become your logo now, and that's the thing. How did you know that was your spot and that was where you wanted to stay?
Well, when I first started playing down there, I didn't sort of go with the aim of making it my entire identity. I just went for a place to play, and I knew that people busked there, and I wanted to try some busking, and that's where I went. And then, I just fell in love with how, the place itself is just always changing because it's so touristy there, I think. So I've met people from all over the world there, and that's just been an amazing thing for my music, and it's meant that I've got to share my music with people from everywhere.
Do you start to see the same people regularly, or is
I get a couple of regulars now, and people come down, especially, which is why if you go on my Instagram, you see I'm always posting going, I'm busking today and these are the times, because I want people to come back and find me. So it's sort of like when they are visiting London again, they'll come and they know where I'll be.
How did you know that busking was something that you wanted to make a career out of?
I didn't either. When I first started, I didn't really, but I think I was doing it and enjoying it, and it was such a great way. It was connecting me with people who, not just busking itself, but sort of indirectly was getting me lots of other gigs as well, which I was then getting paid for. And I just realised that if I put enough hours into this and into getting the gigs and playing the gigs and doing it, then I didn't ever have to get a proper job, and that was very appealing.
But I think it's a proper job.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You have to tell a lot of people that, though.
How do you think you work harder than the next person, if I'm honest?
Thank you. I try, but it doesn't feel like hard work because I enjoy it so much.
What's the bit that you love the most?
It changes all the time. I think sharing music, and a lot of the time, when I get some kids listening, and I know that might be one of their first experiences of live music, and they're just in awe of it, and they're just taken with it, and they'll start dancing or whatever. That's really special. That's a really great thing. I've also done people have come and proposed while I've been playing, so I've been part of their love stories and then played at people's weddings. I played at a wedding yesterday where they said that they had to have me because on one of their earliest dates they heard me busking on the South Bank, and that's when they both realised that they were in love with each other, and that's why they booked me for their wedding, and just things like that. Just I think, it's such an honour to do what I do.
I feel like we've got our own little busking session in here, which is quite cool.
Yeah, and we've got some other buskers on the list as well coming up later who I know, which is really nice.
Yeah. Do we want to start with a song? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, speaking of busking, then I'll play you one that I wrote about being a busker, and I just wrote it about the joy of busking and how much I love doing it. So this has been probably my most popular song with people who've seen me busking, I think, because they connect with it, because that's how they found me. So
I feel like it's quite appropriate.
Yeah, so it's called Streets of London. Making waves today, I'm making waves, telling stories about yesterday, getting by today, just getting by, telling stories by the riverside. I don't need your coins, no, I just need your ear. So won't you join me while we're standing here singing ba 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 ba? There's music on the streets of London. Ba 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 ba. There's music in my heart. Ba 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 ba. There's music on the streets of London. That's where we are. That's where we are. Making memories, I'm making plans. Future and my past are where I stand. Making history, I'm making news. I'll make the best of things and hope that that soon. I won't need your coins, no, I'll just need your ear. So won't you join me while we're standing here singing ba 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 ba? There's music on the streets of London. Ba 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 ba. There's music in my heart. Ba 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 ba. There's music on the streets of London. That's where we are. That's where we are. Yeah, I get lonely. Yeah, I get cold. Yeah, I get tired, oh so tired, but I'll never sell my soul. From Piccadilly to Leicester Square. Oh, I gave my heart to London, and you'll always find me there. Ba, 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 there's music on the streets of London. Ba, 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 there's music in my heart. Ba, 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 there's music at Radio Broccoli. That's where we are, that's where we are.
I'll get a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Another place that we've seen you is with the Herd Collective.
Yes.
Yes, so amazing. How did you meet Daisy and Carrie-Anne?
I met Daisy on another songwriters round. So the Herd Collective do these sort of songwriters rounds where all the artists are on stage at once, and you've seen them, but yeah, they each sort of get to play. It's quite an interesting setup for a gig. And I was on another songwriters round with a guy called Daniel Spiller, and one of the other acts was Daisy, and we were all on stage, and she leaned over to me and went, "I know who you are." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And she was like, I've seen you. We'll speak after. I was like, yeah. And then I met her, and she was just the most delightful person ever. And we just sort of connected over that, and we played a few gigs together, and I ended up going to Glastonbury with the Herd Collective in the end, so that was great.
Why do you think the Herd Collective is so important?
Well, their aim is to get more women's voices heard, and it's a really great thing, because unfortunately still in the music industry there are like a lot more men especially in the live scene, and I mean in all sorts of scenes really, and on festival lineups you see that it's still not 50-50 men and women, so it's really important to make sure that there is a space and a stage for women's voices.
Which is completely mad, because the women's scene, the local scene in London, I would say, most of the gigs that I go to are led by women. Yeah,
I feel like in the indie scene, like the women are taking a huge lead, and then when you see massive festival lineups, you're like, this doesn't seem to be that reaching the mainstream somehow. Yeah.
So this helps push it through.
It does, yeah.
You also do a songwriters round once a month.
I do, yeah. So I say it's a new thing, but it's coming up to a year now I've been hosting it, but it's just been sort of on and off because we changed venues. So We've got a new venue now, and we're hosting that every month at Three Locks in Camden, which is sort of on the Hawley Wharf by the canal. Yeah.
And so, like, what's your part in that?
Well, I started off as a busker round. So I started off around Waterloo where I busk, and it was mostly South Bank buskers that I had on the lineup, and that was kind of the idea of it. And then it's kind of expanded and grown now, and I've used up all the buskers. So I'm looking for all manner of artists. No, so
you don't have to be a busker.
No, you don't. Yeah, okay. I mean it helps. But it's a real mix now, and it's great. I'm just really enjoying discovering new artists by finding them to get them to play. So it's great.
And when's the next one?
On the 25th of October, so 11 days' time. Yeah.
Amazing. Always good to give that a plug.
Yeah, please do come down. It's £5 a ticket. We want to keep the price as low as possible so that it's accessible for everybody to come and experience live music. And it's great beer as well at the place, Three Locks Brewery.
Your sound has obviously developed tons in the last 10 years. Yeah. Where do you get your inspiration from now?
All sorts, really. I think actually my sound has developed a lot, but my songwriting has stayed very much the same. The same sort of things inspire me, like overhearing conversations and yeah, just the real life experiences mostly, and like speaking from the heart. That's what I try to do. Yeah.
Oh, which is how you end up at weddings.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
You are out playing live so much. Weddings, gigs, live streams, busking. Where do you find time to write new stuff?
I don't find enough time, to be honest, but sometimes the way that the busking works for me is that we share the spot amongst a load of buskers. So sometimes I have an hour and then I have to wait like 3 or 4 hours before my next slot. So sometimes I go and write in the Jubilee Gardens. So I've got this like lovely view of the London Eye and everything, like in like a lovely trees and a bit of shade to sit under and write some new songs. So that's when I try and do that.
And what you can do it in that short amount of time? Because I think that's amazing.
Well, yeah, I've got a lot of half-written voice notes, but I try to start new ideas, and then I tend to not finish all of them, but some of them. Yeah.
No, because I can't imagine ever sitting down and being like, I'm going to write a song today and actually coming away with something decent.
I think I do a few drafts, but yeah, I do have that. I have to tell myself that. I have to be like, I'm going to go and write a song. Yeah, because otherwise you just don't find, if you don't put the time aside, I find it rarely comes to you, I think. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm actually really envious of your talent. You also got married.
I did, yeah.
Is he a musician too?
He is a musician too,
Do you guys ever jam together?
We sometimes we help each other when we write songs. We play them to each other and say like, "Is this good or is it not good at all?" And but yeah, we're quite honest with each other, and and we also sometimes perform together. We're two very big egos, you know. So there's not really space for both of us on stage.
But if you were to write a new song, he would be the first person that you would play it to?
Yeah, okay. Probably, yeah. Oh, that's a lie, actually, because I always have a little plug here. I have a Patreon, so I post, when I write new songs, I record them, I put them on Patreon. So if you're one of my patrons, you're the first people to hear them, and sometimes I'll put something on Patreon, and then they'll say, oh, this is good, and then I'll play it to Connor. He'd be like, how long, when did you write this? I'd be like, oh, like 6 months ago. And he'd be like, when did you play it to me? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just wanted to see what Patreon thought first.
So it's not like keeping a really big secret?
No. I tend to play most things. In the end, he'll hear it.
What do you think about the London gigging scene at the moment?
Mixed, really. I think I feel really lucky that I know so many talented people who are putting on their own shows. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of like promoters out there. I think some of them are, it's sort of like you sell 50 tickets and we'll keep 100% or 90% of the money. But there is some really good ones out there. I'm doing a gig with Talent Bank next month on the 23rd of November if you want to get tickets.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's at the Camden Chapel.
Oh, lovely.
And I just think that the way that they host and put on shows is really fair and really for the artist. That's just like the artist first, and it's really important. And but there are some bad promoters out there. So if I was giving advice to a new musician going into the scene, I'd be like, look out for the crooks. But there's also some great stuff going on, and I host a songwriting night. Her collective hosts their songwriting nights. There's some really good singer-songwriter nights out there that are being hosted that are with the musicians in mind as the priority, and the audience, of course. It's mixed. Unfortunately, a lot of small venues are also closing down, which is really sad to see. But there's some new ones opening up as well. So I have hope.
That's good. I think I have hope too.
Good.
In that. Should we do another song? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's this one called?
Well, do you know, I'm going to play you a song. So I came on here 10 years ago. This was when I was here, and we'll probably talk about this later. But I thought I'd play a song from my first album.
Oh, wow.
And it's just got a couple of topics in it that we've kind of talked about here. Yeah. So it's a song I wrote about feminism, but I didn't really think it was about feminism when I wrote it. It was just that I read Virginia Woolf's book A Room of One's Own, which is basically about women and how so many women didn't have the opportunity to write or be creative in the way that men did for a long time, and that's why we have so many more male authors from like really long ago. Whereas like the first ones only started to appear in the 1900s, because that's when women were given, education, a pen, a room of one's own to write
And I think that's something that I think about a lot, that I'm so lucky to be able to do what I do and to have the opportunity to sit down and say, I'm going to write a song today. And that is because, you know, the pioneers of women that gave me education and a right to speak and have a voice. So this is a song that is based on that, and it's about if Shakespeare had had a sister, that she might have been a wonderful singer or an actress or a writer, but she never had the opportunity to share that. So it's called Runaway Judy.
Set fire to your words, tear out a page. Who said the world's a stage? It's not a stage for you, my dear. Not a stage for you. Not even birds can sing like you, but they have wings that they can use. So run away, run away, run away, Judy. Run away, run away, run away, Judy. Tears in his eyes, your father wished that he could give you more than this. You scream, it's hateful being a girl. And though they try to tell you no, you might as well just up and go. So run away, run away, run away, Judy. Run away, run away, run away, Judy. The bad intentions that you mean that you end up on the street, but you should have been the first Virginia. And you'll be mentioned as a face of girls who don't know their place. Run away, run away, run away, Judy. Run away, run away, run away, Judy. And an elephant and castle by the roadside, Shakespeare's sister Judith died. Oh, who could have known? 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 All she needed was a room of her own. So run away, run away, run away, Judy. Oh, run away, run away, run away, Judy.
So good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's on my first. Thank you so much. Yeah, from my first album, so long time ago now. But I just feel like it's weird how you can write something 10 years ago and then almost feel like I understand it even more now than
It's
when I
just
wrote
as relevant.
it. Yeah,
like, so as relevant. When I watched back our first interview.
Oh, did you?
And the weirdest thing was, I don't think we even filmed it back then. No, so weird. Yeah. Didn't have things like Instagram. Things that is totally normal now. Weren't even heard of. Do you feel like as time has gone on, the pressure to keep everyone up to date with what you're doing online has totally become a thing?
I think about that a lot. I wonder sometimes if I've lost a little bit of like why I started, because I'm just like always thinking about the content. Whereas I used to busk so much and just be like, oh no, I'll just busk, it doesn't matter. And now like everybody's live streaming their busking, and I'm like, did I even busk if I didn't live stream it? Like, does it even count? I used to just go out and do it, and I knew that I did it, and that was all. But now it's like, if I didn't post about it, then it was basically not relevant.
That's so much pressure though.
Yeah, loads of pressure. Yeah. I don't. I was trying to like do a positive spin on things, but no, it is a lot. It's a lot. The positive, I guess, is that you're connecting with so many people, which is great. Yeah. But I wonder sometimes if we're exchanging real life connections for just online. Yeah. I
think a certain amount of it is.
Yeah, that's the way the world is now. Yeah. Or maybe we should claim it back. Let's get rid ourselves of Instagram. No, let's not. Hi, Instagram. Thanks for watching.
We say that as we live stream on Instagram. Yeah. We've actually just had a message from Ilse Swan. He says, I'm seeing Charlotte play next weekend on the South Bank for the first time. Yeah. And also that she loves the song that you just played.
Oh, thank you, Ilse. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a message from Ilse actually that she's coming to the South Bank next weekend. So it's really nice when people do that and they say, I'm going to be in London and I want to come and see you. It's like I'm a site for them to to see in London. I'm somebody's Big Ben, and I love that. And they can see Big Ben at the same time, so it's perfect.
I think in terms of like with you, it's almost like a reverse busking situation, because I always associate busking with someone or an artist that you stumble across almost like by a happy accident. So the fact that there's a new way that you would almost look for where you're playing to then hunt you out that way round feels like a good reverse busking situation.
It does. Yeah, I think that like what's nice is that people often stumble upon me by mistake or a happy accident. And then and then after that they're looking out for me, and and then it's like, where's Wally? But with buskers.
Where's Wally? Near the London Eye. Sorry. Where's Charlotte?
You'll always find me. Yeah, to be fair.
And I guess before we go, first of all, to say thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And also, like, if you wanted to, if we want to find out more about you, where can we go? What can we do?
I'm on all of the horrible social media. No, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. It's all C Campbell Music. I'm also on Spotify. You can find my original music there. And it's all there. Pretty easy to find me, Charlotte Campbell. Or go and look at the London Eye. Most times I'm usually there.
And your next gigs are?
Yes, 25th of October at Three Locks in Camden and 23rd of November at Camden Chapel.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming again.
Thank you for having me.
Are you going to play one last song for us?
I am. I made a little list of songs that I might play, and I wasn't sure which one. So let me. Do you know what? I'm going to play you. What am I going to play? I'm going to play a song. I know Ilse likes this one, so if Ilse's watching, I'll play this one. This is a song I wrote because I've been in the music industry, and having this career for about 10 years. And as a woman in the music industry, sometimes it can feel like people are thinking, when are you going to give this up? Because women sort of expire and that's how you're made to feel anyway. So I wrote this song when I was feeling a bit like that. Oh, sorry, I just turned my thing down. Is that right? Thank you. I lost my train of thought then. So I wrote this song when I was feeling a bit like maybe I've sort of lost some of that like youthful sparkle that I once had, and then I realised that you don't ever lose it. It's always in you. If you had it once, you have it always, and you don't need to let the world get you down, kind of thing. And also sometimes a lot of that is in your head, and actually nobody's thinking that about you, and you need to put those labels on yourself. So this is a song about that, about remembering to be a bit kinder to yourself, and it's called Sparkle. You used to be the one with the sparkle. Where did it go? Did you give it away? You used to be the one with the answers. You used to know all the right things to say. But I don't believe that you lose it. Your heart doesn't break, you can only bruise it. So if you're not doing so well, it's only you who can tell. Don't you think that it would be so much easier not being hard on yourself? You used to be the one with the sparkle. Where did it go? You look tired today. You can't have it all, or so they tell you. The cracks start to show. Are you feeling okay? You don't have to prove that you're perfect. Don't ever doubt that you're more than worth it. Oh, if you're not doing so well, it's only you who can tell. And don't you think that it would be so much easier not being hard on yourself when it feels like the weight of the world is on your back? Carry it with so much grace, and you'll never lose that. So if you're not doing so well, it's only you who can tell. Don't you think that it would be so much easier not being hard on yourself? So don't be so